The government introduced the Public Service Pensions Remedy to address the discrimination found in the changes made in 2014 to public service pension schemes. You might know it as the 2015 Remedy, or McLeod. Your pension scheme may send you a document known as a remedy or remediable pension savings statement. It's like a usual pension savings statement, but it shows how the value of your pension benefits changed because of the remedy. This was between the 1st of April 2015 and the 31st of March 2022. You may need to use this information to tell HMRC that your tax position has changed. HMRC have developed the Calculate Your Public Service Pension Adjustment Service. Based on your circumstances, this helps you work out if you have new or amended tax charges to pay or if you're due a repayment. Before using the calculator, you'll need details of your total taxable income, pension savings statements, any revised statements you've been sent, for example your remedy pension savings statement, details of your personal allowance from the tax year 2015 to 2016 to the tax year 2022 to 2023. You can find this on your P60 for each year, or find the last 5 years of these in the HMRC app. If you can't find the information, contact your employer. And if applicable, any self-assessment tax returns for the tax years 2015 to 2016 through to 2022 to 2023. Use our information and guidance document to understand all the items you'll need. Let's start. We recommend signing into your online account or creating one. You can then save your progress and return to it later. Here you're asked if you want to overwrite a previous submission. Only choose Yes if you have made a previous submission through this service. First, the service helps you understand if you need to provide full details for each tax year. If it determines you're not impacted by the remedy, or if you don't have the information needed, it will not let you continue. Here, tell us if you're affected by the Public Service Pensions Remedy. You're affected if you joined a public service pension scheme on or before the 31st of March 2012 and worked in public service between the 1st of April 2015 and the 31st of March 2022. You're also affected if you left service after the 31st of March 2012 and returned within 5 years. If you are, choose Yes. Now select the relevant box for tax charges, annual allowance, lifetime allowance, or both. In our example, we've chosen annual allowance. Next, let us know if you've received your remedy pension savings statement. Some schemes may use a slightly different name. Tell us if you're a protected member of your pension scheme. Protected members did not move from their old or legacy pension scheme to the new or reform scheme. If you're not sure, use the link to further information. Here, tell us if you paid an annual allowance tax charge for any tax years between the 6th of April 2015 to the 5th of April 2022. We use this to check if you have an amended tax charge, or in some circumstances, if you're due a repayment. Choosing Yes will take you to the Check Your Answers section. If you select No, you'll be asked if your contributions changed as a result of the remedy. Choose Yes if they have, or No if they haven't. This doesn't relate to the changes in contributions on or around 2015, following the introduction of your reformed scheme. If you're not sure, contact your pension scheme. Let us know if any of your pension input amounts increased or decreased between the 5th of April 2016 and the 5th of April 2022. You may have this information on your remedy pension savings statement. If you're unsure, choose Do Not Know, and the system will help you calculate. Now check the answers you've given and select Change if you need to update any of your answers. If you're happy with your answers, select Continue. The service will confirm if you need to continue. If you can, select Continue. If not, you don't need to do anything else. When you choose Continue, we ask if you've been a Scottish taxpayer at any time since the 6th of April 2016. Your P60s can help with this question. If you were, you'll see a letter S in front of the tax code. Now tell us if you continued paying into or increased your public service pension scheme after the 5th of April 2022. Choose yes or no. Let us know if you have any other pension schemes apart from your public service pension. Choose yes or no, then select Continue. Tell us if you paid a tax charge between the 6th of April 2014 and the 5th of April 2015. If yes, we'll ask you to check your answers on the next page. If no, you'll be asked about your pension input amounts for any schemes you were a member of from the 6th of April 2010 onwards. This checks if you have any unused annual allowance to bring forward from earlier tax years. Your pension scheme should have provided the information you need for these questions. Next, check your answers. If you need to amend anything, select Change to update. Once you're happy with your answers, select Continue. Here we ask you to add information for each tax year affected by the remedy. Let's look at an example for 2018 to 2019. You'll need to repeat this for each year shown. And for each year, you'll need your self-assessment tax returns, P60s, records of income, your public service pension statements, and pension input amounts from your pension scheme. Select Continue. Tell us if you are a member of more than one public service pension scheme for the tax year. This can happen if you were employed in more than one public service or you left and returned. Enter the pension scheme name and tax reference. You'll find these on your Remedy pension savings statement. Add your revised pension input amount for the tax year. You'll need to do this for each tax year. In our example, we're using 2018 to 2019. This information is on the pension statement from your pension scheme. If any dates for an input amount don't align with the tax year, your pension scheme should make it clear which tax year it relates to. Then continue. Next, tell us if you paid an annual allowance tax charge in the tax year or if the pension scheme paid for you. We use this to check if you owe any tax or if you're due a repayment. Then continue. Let us know if your threshold income was more than £110,000. If you know it, answer yes or no. If not, choose I do not know. The service will work this out for you by asking further questions when you continue. We've chosen no. Continue. Enter your total taxable income for the year. You'll find this on your P60 for the year. If you don't have it, contact your employer for the details. If you sent a self-assessment tax return, the information is on your SA 302 tax calculation. Continue. Tell us if you claimed income tax relief for the tax year. If you did, you'll need to provide the details. You'll find them in your self-assessment tax return. Continue. Next, tell us if you made any contributions to a relief at source pension scheme in the tax year. Most public service pension schemes are not relief at source schemes. This normally only applies if you have private pensions or made any additional voluntary contributions. Continue. Tell us if you made any donations to charity that you claimed tax relief for in the year. Only choose yes if you were a higher or additional rate taxpayer and you claimed relief on gift aid donations through self-assessment. Donations made where you didn't claim relief through self-assessment do not apply to this question. Continue. Choose yes if you know your personal allowance for the tax year. You can add the amount to the next question. If you don't know your personal allowance, choose no, and the service will help you work it out. Continue. Tell us if you claimed blind person's allowance in the tax year, and then continue. You'll get to check your answers in the next section. Select Change if you need to amend something. When you're ready, select Continue. You'll be taken back to the overview page. Remember to complete each tax year until they're all done. After completing all the tax years, Select Calculate to get your results. Your calculation results are for the entire remedy period and shows how much compensation you're due, the total increase in your tax charges, and the total decrease in your tax charges. It'll give a detailed breakdown for each tax year in the remedy period. If you're logged into your online account, you can print your results and submit them to HMRC. To submit your results to HMRC, you need your bank account details for any repayments and your scheme details. If there's a tax charge, you need to tell us if you want your pension scheme to pay on your behalf. This is known as Scheme Pays. You'll also be asked to complete a declaration before sending to HMRC. And that's it. If you need further help or support, HMRC has a dedicated public service pension remedy team. You can contact them by email. There's a link in the video description, or call 0300 123 1079 and choose option 1.